We'll come in every 2 weeks in a group like this and we'll go over, I'll be able, the floor will be open for you all to ask questions before we jump into any trainings, and that'll give anybody time to hop on. And then we'll go over the questions for usually about 15, 20 minutes. And then after that, we'll go into the training. If the training is quick, sometimes the whole session may be just Q&A sessions, but believe me, we max out the hour to make sure that you all get what you need. Okay. So let's see, there's Miss Heather. Let me text Ron. He probably at work. All right. Oh, well, you probably see it. So yeah, so like I say, if you do ever miss it, if I know things come up, we will always have a replay. And like I say, y'all have my phone number, y'all have my messenger, you have the group. Because a lot of times we all are all in a mentorship environment. A lot of times if you all can post your question in the group, so when I'm answering it, other people can also see the answer, unless it's extremely like just personal on your application. But believe me, 9 times out of 10, somebody's asking the same thing. So if you can, post whatever in the group. Is open for you all to post. It's open for y'all to ask questions. I mean, and don't think there's no question that's a dumb question. Believe me, I think I've heard every question possible. There's none that is dumb. So I want y'all to feel comfortable enough to put that out there. So for example, let's say we're going over the NPI application today and somebody gets on to say, hey, I forgot the link to the website. Post that in the group. Hey, what's that link to that website? Me and my assistant, Courtney, we're always checking to see what questions you all need answered. So I say a 24-hour turnaround is usually shorter than that though. So I check it well in the morning and I definitely check it in the evening time. But if it's a question that y'all need like immediately answered, like let's say the insurance company called you like right now and they're trying to get you to send something back within a business before the business day is out and I didn't get back in time, message me, call me, do something, because I want you all to get those applications in. And that's what this platform is for, to make sure that we're going to be going over topics, but we're definitely going to be doing live applications. So not just telling y'all what the applications are about. By next week, by our next session, I want you all to have told me what companies y'all are trying to get on with, who, let's say if you're trying to get on with Georgia Blue Cross Blue Shield, we're gonna have that process. We're gonna go over. If you're trying to get on with TRICARE, we need to do that. I know we have a few that's out of state. Johanna's in California. We got another one, Tamika's in Philadelphia. So I mean in Pittsburgh. So we want to make sure that everybody gets the information they need in this 3-month time period. And those 3 months go by fast. That's why I'm really gonna be on top of you guys. All right. So before we get going, is there any questions anybody has before we get into our lesson for today, which will be about provider enrollment requirements? And if not, I'm gonna leave the floor open just for a moment. Get y'all questions again. And it could be about anything. It doesn't have to be just about insurance. It could be about non-surgical hair replacement. Maybe you got a hair loss client in your chair, you're not sure what to do with them. Any type of questions. And we're also going to be dealing with getting your business promoted. We do have a small segment about getting social media, like how to get out there, free ways to get people to book you, and they approach you knowing. I know a lot of times we run into that issue of when people come at you about some crazier services. And I can honestly say at this point, I get probably about one every blue moon that may ask me something off the wall. Like this person clearly didn't look at my page because what they're asking for, I don't even promote. So we're going to help you all's pages and websites start reflecting what it is that you're trying to get out there. Because we're stylists. Most of us do regular. I do not do micropigmentation. Now I know some people I can send your way, but I do not do micropigmentation. I don't know if I want to do micropigmentation. I think Mrs. Angela just got certified in it. Angela, didn't you just get, yeah, she just got certified in micropigmentation.
Well, I'm doing it now. So I'm doing the blood pathogen class, and then I go for my 5-day training.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You're in the process of it. Okay, so we have Heather. Well, I guess none of y'all really, all y'all don't really know each other. I know Miss Jacqueline, the group you came, you probably don't know Johanna, Angela, or Heather. So these are our extras.
Mm-hmm. I know Jackie.
You know Jackie? Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. I know that I was telling Miss Jacqueline, and we got 2 other people. We were like, they're gonna come in. I say, hey, there's gonna be other people in the group. So y'all can matter of fact, I'll let all y'all introduce each other so y'all can know who y'all are. So y'all can, I want y'all to be able to ask each other questions. That's what this group is for. So, Ms. Angela, your name first. I'll let you go first to introduce yourself, and then we'll just go around like that.
Okay. My name is Angela Reed. I've been a cosmetologist now for going on 22 years. I've been dealing with trichology and since 2016. And I actually took the non-surgical hair replacement course with Gigi. I think that was like 2018.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm just trying to get more in depth from behind the chair and get more into the hair loss. So that's what I'm doing now. Just trying to get everything in order. I'm like, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And Miss Angela just opened up another building that she actually owns now. So congratulations to her in Augusta.
Thank you.
So she's had get to launch it, and there's nobody attached. She can just, it's all her. So definitely make sure that you are lined up correctly. Kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
All right. Who else want to introduce themselves?
Good morning. I'll go. Or good morning for me. I think it may be afternoon for y'all. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, California in the house.
So good morning. I'm Johanna Farouk, non-surgical hair replacement, trichologist, all that stuff, hair loss.
Yeah, y'all get them introductions together now. We gotta be able to say them.
Okay, let me start over because I'm driving. So good morning, California. Good afternoon to you, ladies. And if a gentleman is on, I'm not sure. But I am Johanna Farouk, owner of Rooted by Nature Hair Loss Clinic and Salon. I also have my own hair care product. I'm a non-surgical hair provider. I am a hair loss practitioner, trichologist, and I am a college cosmetology instructor at Riverside Community College. So I've been licensed I've been in the game about 30 years, and I just want to advance more and make sure that I'm receiving the right information so that I can get my clients well taken care of in regards to their hair loss concern issues, and the prosthetic units that I need to be providing for them. So I want to make sure that they're able to receive quality service before they walk out my door. Nice to meet you, Dave.
Thank you. So y'all want to be the one-stop shop, and I think that's what we should be able to be for those clients. But of course, when it comes down to it, there's so many hair loss services, it makes us have to cut out the other services they're used to us doing. So I'm here to help you guys position yourself for people to just know, hey, you don't come to me if it ain't about hair loss or whatever my specialty is attached to that hair loss, which I think that is great that all of y'all have your specialties in that area of hair loss, that people just come to you for that. So, which brings us to Miss Jackie. But she's the dread specialist over here. So you could talk to us, Miss Jackie, how you plan on incorporating your services or introduce yourself and let them know what you do in the industry.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I'm trying to come from behind the chair as much because I guess I'm getting burned out a little bit. But I really want to specialize in making prostheses for children. And that's the route I want to go now. I still have my clients, but I'm not taking on any new ones other than the children. So I really want to, get into more ventilating and having units already set up for them. Because there are none really for children. So that's what I really want to do.
That's good.
And that's pretty much it.
And I do want to say too, Miss Jackie, I know you were talking about I know a lot of you all mentioned like a nonprofit. I have us a nonprofit connect. They can help get you set up for that too, and get grant funding and position yourself for that. So that's one thing I'm real adamant about, guys. Like if it's something that even if I'm not doing it, I will get you a reputable resource that will help with that. So I got her information because I'm actually have another mentor that I'm working with, a mentee, and the mentee kind of connected us. So the lady, she does she's like she making me want to do a nonprofit. She's so good at it. So she just really knew how to open up the door to other resources financially that help when you're a person that's like, hey, I'm trying to help. A lot of times big companies offer free units for children, but at the same time, guys, we are in business. So even though we're getting these free units for children, we have to some way be able to fund our business so we can give those free things away. And that's what this lady helps position nonprofits to be able to do. Like she even had it where she was talking about how people can go when you have a certain classification tax wise, you're able to go to Walmart and get donations. Like Walmart and other big organizations like that have so many free places they have to give. They have so much funding they have to give out to charities. So she said you can hit up 5 Walmarts and get you $5,000, but you have to write your proposal up correctly. So I'm getting y'all to trying to get the right connect. So I'm gonna get the information. I'm gonna share the information in the group for those who are interested. And she said she is she's open to coming to talk to our group about that. So we're gonna set up a time where she can just come tell you guys what the options are that we can do. And it's almost like anybody can have a nonprofit attached to the business they already have, because we do have candidates who, they can't help that their hair has fallen out, and kids are one of them. So there's always funding out there for them. Ms. Heather, would you like to introduce yourself? And I'm gonna answer your question more thoroughly too that you put over here in the chat.
Yes, ma'am. How y'all doing? Good afternoon. I'm on the East Coast. My name is Heather McNaught Stewart. I'm a board certified associate trichologist, master cosmetologist, and certified sister lock consultant, as well as a salon owner.
Great. We love that. Thank you, Ms. Heather. And she's down there. Ms. Heather, you're down in the Savannah area, correct?
Yes, right by Fort Stewart. It's a little bit about 30-45 minutes south of Savannah in Hinesville. Yes.
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah. So I'm from Hinesville, guys. So when she reached out, I said, okay, I know that whole area, girl. So most of us, so in some type of way, a lot of us we all have our own areas that we are crafted in. And I think that it's just great that you all know your specialty. I want you guys to know your specialty, be able to, and the more you practice saying it, the easier it is for you to kind of explain to other clients. Because we know the skills we have, but our clients don't know. So we have to be able to tell it and put it out there. And I know for me, like a big thing that I promote myself to be able to do is help beauty professionals be able to maximize their services in the hair loss industry. So I know all the things I do, but I had to make it a shorter script when it came to that. And when it comes to my clients, I'm here in Augusta, Georgia, where I service and do hair restoration and non-surgical hair replacement services in actually behind the mall at Augusta, over here in Augusta. So Healthy Hair Solutions Corp. I'm the owner of that and the founder of Seamless Academy. And with everything I'm teaching y'all the stuff that I've been able to do myself or help other beauty professionals do. So definitely you don't have to worry about somebody guessing and playing with your time and your money, because I really was hurt to hear how many people had wasted their time with just trainings that just did not do their job. So that's why I'm here to kind of help correct that, and also, help us move forward and, like I say, maximize our profits in the hair loss industry. So I know Heather had a good question over here. She was asking about, the micropigmentation service. Like I said, I do know that is a certification process. Maybe Ms. Angela can share with you who she's going through. And it is a hair loss service. Now, the thing about hair loss services, guys, when it comes to insurance companies, I'm just saying insurance companies because we're going to learn about different ways to get on, which a lot of y'all learned that in the classes that you have taken with me. Insurance is just very particular. The only service that they're going to cover for us at this moment is durable medical equipment services. Now, if you're going to offer, I do know that stem cell is covered to an extent, but they're doing it the medical doctor way. And because we do not have an MD or a DO or any of those letters by our name, the category that I teach us to be able to fall into play is the durable medical equipment services. So the reason why we do DME is because DME does not require a medical degree. DME does not require a CAQH number. DME does not require a lot of the other things. There's a lot of credit. Does not require accreditations. And I'm saying these things because those are things that you're going to see on a lot of insurance companies. Are going to ask that. And then when you start seeing them asking those different questions, just know that you're doing the wrong application. Or if it's on the application, know that you need to skip that. All right, question here. S&P Institute. Oh, thank you. So Ms. Heather, Ms. Angela is going through the S&P Institute where she's doing the scalp micropigmentation. Like I said, I definitely see that as a game changer for a lot of facilities. like I said, I'm gonna have to check it too. I don't know if I want to do it or not yet, but I do know a lot of people are doing it. Quite a few barbers are getting on. So I think that's great. Oh yes, you just had to say it. Thank you. Great. All right. I know one lady who's taking off with it. She's doing awesome. Is Kanisha, the fairy godmother. She just started implementing it into her clients, and it's been great for them. She has a lot of clients who are just completely bald, and she is making them look very, very, very nice. All right, so guys, I'm just about to pull up our PowerPoint that we're going to talk about today. And all right, recent my files. Okay. Hurry up. Oh, yeah, Johnny. Yep, there's a barber. Yep. So, and I know there's one down around here. I know he advertised it. I remember him saying he got certified, but I think I've been feeling sorry for her, but I'm glad we have Ron with us. These barbers can really take it. To me, it's almost easier for them to get on with this. But I think they need somebody to kind of hold their hand to just guide them through it. Like, you know, you can learn it, but sometimes you need somebody that's going to kind of stick with you until you get that person that you're going to do it on. The barbers can definitely take off. So I know for sure 2 barbers, and I don't see them putting it out there yet. And I don't know why. And that is a problem. We need to get them, you know, we need to boost them up. So Ron, guys, we're going to make sure that we get Ron out there going. He already has training anyway. So this would be great for him. All right, here goes our PowerPoint here. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I guess that's what we did. This don't seem like my right. Or maybe it is. Sorry, I got too many drives. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you guys today, Miss Courtney. Here's our assistant, Mrs. Courtney. She's going to be a big help to you guys as well. Hey, Miss Courtney. I know you're in that. She's in the middle of a session with her child too, guys. So, oh, let me share the screen. We'll let her introduce. Oh, she's still connected. Hey, Courtney. All right, and we'll let her introduce. How you doing, Courtney? We're gonna let you introduce yourself. I don't know if you're in the middle of your session still with Zion.
I was just getting in the car, actually. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good? Okay, cool. This is Courtney, guys. This is our she's a part of the Healthy Hair, the Seams Academy team. She works a lot with making it possible to get all the information out to you. So, Courtney, did you want to introduce yourself to the group we have going here?
Hello, you guys. I'm Courtney. I am basically the behind the scenes person.
Make it happen. Make it happen, y'all.
But yeah, I do what I do best.
Oh yeah. Y'all very great team and very helpful. So like I said, between me and her, we will be making sure that we get any questions answered for you all when it comes to the insurance questions or the enrollment process and just anything that you need help with. But definitely she's the master behind this insurance piece. Without her, I would not be able to get as much done to the capacity that we're working. Okay. So if you do have questions and I don't get back to you, you could tag her name. She usually know the answer as well.
Yes, just let me know. I'm available.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
All right, so guys, we're going to go over what we need to get onto the network. So some of y'all just saw this week. Some of y'all have seen it seen it last year. So I want to make sure I go over it so we all know nothing has changed. So the biggest thing when it comes to getting credentialed is first, there are so many steps we need to do before we start doing the application process. So the first one that many of you all are already familiar with is the National Provider Identification Number, which is an NPI. And we're going to go into the details of it. You will also need a professional state board license, which in our case, most of us are master cosmetologists, or like I say, some companies we could slide in there, but for our case, most times it's either cosmetology license or barber license. I have seen CNAs get in, I have seen nurses get in. So really, it's a state license they're looking for. We also need to have a certificate of completion in the hair loss profession. So many of you all either already are a non-surgical hair placement specialist, you're either in trichology or you're a hair loss practitioner, because the company needs to see, because they're not requiring all those different documents from us, they need to see that you have had training in some type of profession. And because I specialize with the hair loss, we do the hair loss profession certifications. Okay, these are all things that have been approved. I know some people, I know wig makers and things, there's a difference between wig making and non-surgical hair placement. They want to see the certificate of completion. So I have had wig makers that have also came to get that official training so they can do that. So wig making, I've even taken some wig making classes to help. It is a great assistance in the non-surgical hair replacement, because we know that non-surgical hair replacement still has ventilation, still has bonded tracks and things like that. But when we're dealing with the insurance company, they want to see things that reputable, I'm not saying reputable because wig specialist is reputable, but they want to see specialized training in the hair loss profession. We also want to make sure you guys have a liability insurance. Some examples, you can get it with State Farm, Hiscox. I know I got mine recently in Augusta through, I forget it every time, but I called, not Blinkert and Calhoun, but it's one of those. They do an insurance company as well, and they have a very, very reasonable rates if you need that. I can share my policy person. And then we also you need to have a W-9 form, which most companies will provide that for you when you're getting on. And we will make sure that you have a letter of intent and an accountability statement made for those who, some companies don't have an application for facility providers. So we have to sometimes send them everything that we have, which are these items. So a letter of intent, we're gonna have one, we need you to have one on hand. So this week, I'll make sure I'll upload one into the group that you can edit and change it up for yourself. And it's also in your book. There are quite a few templates of letter of intents that you can copy and use as well, which is in your All About Insurance Medical Edition textbooks. So today, our focus is gonna be, well, the next 2 weeks our focus is gonna be making sure y'all have all those qualifications, but today we're gonna work on this NPI. Now, many of you all already have your NPI type 1. The NPI type 1 is linked to your SSN number. And what the NPI type 1 does, it just represents you as an individual. So my NPI type 1 is linked to the name Amber McCray. The NPI type 2 will be linked to my Healthy Hair Solutions Corp organization. All right. So you do not have to, I know a lot of people think that you have to be incorporated or something like that. You do not have to be incorporated, but they do give you the option of sole proprietor and all that. But if you're going to have your salon license name, well, many of you guys probably have your NPI type 1 has your facility name on it. If it does, we're going to change that. NPI type 1 should only be connected to your individual name. The NPI type 2 will represent your facility. There are some insurance companies that won't even take your application if you don't have NPI type 2. The number one facility I've gotten stuck with on that was Aetna. Aetna will deny it and keep trying to make you do a doctor's application. And as you get deeper into it, you'll see the importance of this. Like you can have organization, let's say one day y'all decide to open up a wellness center and you're offering non-surgical hair placement or trichology services, but you have also a registered dietitian in there. They need to have their own individual NPI, but all these individuals are in, they all are under that one facility type, but you can have your individual NPI and go anywhere. So, but just for our purposes, we just gonna have both to stay safe. Because obviously I want people to be able to max it out. Y'all can do big things with this, doing it the right way. We do have taxonomy codes that go with our facility types. So what I'm about to do while I'm talking about this, I'm gonna share the link to get on for those who can log in and check your statuses. I'm gonna share it right here in the chat real quick. If you want to follow along, and if you can't follow along, believe me, I will upload the replay today in the group so you all can check that out. So the website is the nppes.cms.hhs.gov website. Share it right here. All right, thank you, Ms. Johanna. We'll see you next time. I'll make sure I'll put the replay in there for you so you can make that change. But Johanna, I think she has her NPI type too. Thanks for joining us today, girl. All right, so to check your status, that's what probably most of us need to do first. You want to check your status. We're gonna log in because all of you at this point have NPI type 1. So we want to sign in here because you're already registered. Let's see which one I have here. One. Probably gonna let me change my password. Yep. Let me go change my password real quick. And they will make you change your password like every, I want to say it's every 90 days. So. Sorry, y'all, I should have did this beforehand, but this is something you're gonna have to go through so you can see it anyway. So if you do have to update your password, just click the forgot password. And they are kind of particular on what the passwords are. So me personally, I just write down all my passwords so they can see it. Matter of fact, let me see if this was updated. I do have 2 accounts. Okay, no, we're gonna use this one that's not expired. I had one that was for testing purposes. Okay, the code, they always will send a verification code to you to verify. You can set it up for email or text. I like to do text because it's just quicker. On this private device. Okay, it's gonna make me update this one anyway. We'll go back, sign out. Oh, I don't think that one is expired. Oh, either way, they're expired. Okay. All right, I'm just going through about the correct the right one. I can't remember. We're gonna see. I think I want to be able to show y'all the steps real quick. Consent, the code. All right, so I'm verifying the code. You want to make sure that your password is in compliance. They're very particular for those who have tried this already. When they're doing it. So I just write down the passwords because I think they don't be wanting you to repeat the passwords or anything either. So I'm just about to look at the last one that I put in. So you can't just change the number most times is what I'm basically saying. All right, so my password from last time is here. I just updated that. Okay. Password. All right, y'all, I'm sorry about that. And if I need to follow along or I need to slow down, let me know. See, look, they say it must be different from the past 6. Okay. 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 I need to put, I can't even remember what that password was. All right. All right, I think I must have typed something wrong. A-N-A-R. M 20. A-R-Y-M 2020. Oh gosh, it's this one right here for me. Must be different from the previous password of 6 characters. I tell you guys. As I say, just write down what it is you've done already. Okay, thank God. I can update. All right, so this is just showing my information, but I'm gonna go back to that home page that we were originally on. Sometimes we have to just kind of go all the way out. Oh, matter of fact, we can click right here and just click NPPES. All right, and we're about to go in and actually sign in. They're gonna send us a verification code again, private device, same routine all the time. Get this code. Seven, 8, 5, 5, 7, 6. All right, verifying code. All right, so you should be taken to this homepage. So that link that that NPPES link that I sent you is where you want to go. Now, to be able to check if your information is already in correctly, you can scroll down here to the bottom. You should have an NPI type 1 with your legal name. But let's say, hey, you didn't do that. Maybe you put your business name on there first. You can easily go in and edit. So you scroll down and scroll this bar over, and you'll actually press the edit button. And all you would do is go in here and change this information. Sorry, y'all. All right, you would go in and change this information to what you need it to be. Now remember, so this is for your NPI type 1. This is kind of a quick review. The different options you will have is your profile, which is going to ask for your personal information, your provider name. You are the provider. So Amber McCray. And you want to fill in everything that has a red asterisk by it. If it does not have an asterisk by it, do not fix it. Credential, if you're not sure or you know that you don't have what they're asking for, skip it if you can. So credentials, they give you an example, MD, DO, that's not us, and there's no asterisk. So we're going to skip it. Other name, there's no asterisk, we're going to skip it. And you're going to learn, and you're going to get in the habit of this because there's going to be a lot of applications, including like that Sam's account information that some of us need to still going to have to go in there and do. There's going to be a lot of questions they ask that do not pertain to what we're trying to do in the field. So we have the date of birth, the SSN number, state of birth, which is Georgia, and the country of birth. If you're a female and it's the provider or sole proprietor. For individual, I would say yes, because Healthy Hair Solutions Corp., which is my business, is an S Corp. But the Healthy Hair Solutions Corp. pays me, and I'm just an individual employee. Okay, so I'll put yes that I am a sole proprietor. No, I'm not Hispanic. I'm Black or African American. And then you choose the language that works best. Okay, and this is for NPI type 1, y'all, but it's gonna be the same thing for NPI type 2. Go put in your address, put in your business mailing address. It can be a home address. And it's where you want to respond and get mail. Where do you get mail from? And then you do want to put a practice location, which will be, which I need to edit it. I'm glad I came on here. You want to put it, make sure that it is one that they want to know a physical service location. That's going to be the new term that you're going to start using to describe your business. We call it the service location. And like I said, you can always go in and make changes. Okay. 06 2806. Easy changing. And I just put this is my primary location, and I receive mail somewhere else. So I kind of want to keep it. I think I keep it at my home address because that's just not changing right now. Or I may change that too so y'all can see that. All right, they're gonna ask you for your hours, but you don't have to really, you just click something to put on there. And this is just for public record. That's all they're trying to do. I'm putting in my business name. And this is just a box recommending what the standardized address is. Accept standardized address. All right. So you want to have the information in as well, and it'll populate here down at the bottom. You can always see any changes you made or make any changes down here in these chart boxes. If you had more than one location, you can add that on here as well that you work at. Some doctors, some providers are at different places. So if you decide to franchise your business out, you can do that. Okay. All right. And then health information exchange. This is something that you can skip. This is for, just know that you can skip it. You see it say optional. If you see optional, if you can, skip it. But this is more like, if you're working with multiple doctors, nurses, pharmacists, we don't have the information because we don't have to do all of that. So don't click anything on this page, just go straight to skip. Other identifiers, that's another thing too that deals with being recognized by other insurers. We don't have to fill this information out because this would be if there are other people who use your NPI. You need to be the only one using your NPI. I know, for example, I have Courtney. If there's something that she needs to do under my portals when I'm doing claims, I'm able to give her her own assigned login account, but anything she's logging in is still going under my NPI. NPI is like a business number. It's an EIN number for the medical field. You do not need to give it. Everybody's not supposed to have one unless they have some type of facility to attach to it. Okay. On this practice type, I do want to make sure that you guys put not a group. This one detail was rejecting me, messing up my NPI information on a application a while back. So you do want to make sure you select not a group on both options. I know me, for the individual, I just put that I'm a specialist. There are other things that you can put. And if you want to search it, well, no, just stick to specialist. Just do specialist. Just do specialist, okay? And they do ask for a license number, but it is not required because it does not have an asterisk. So you can still get an NPI and not have a cosmetology license or a state license. We just figured that out the other training, and I was glad to see that. Well, in recent times. And then here I put my contact information for title and position. You could have put, I'm gonna go back and change this. I put my specialty name, but really you just want to put owner because you're the owner or the practitioner of the facility. And when you call different facilities, that's what they're going to refer to you as, a practitioner. Okay. I'm the primary contact. All my information is in. And then the last thing is just seeing if there's an error check. And this is all, no errors are found. The biggest thing that you all want to make sure is incorrect is that taxonomy, which you all will have that copy, the actual taxonomy number listed in your books, as well as on this slide that we were just looking at. This is the taxonomy number that we put right here for your specialist. Or you could put specialist or prosthetic case manager. But don't put nothing that is not you. They will allow you to select anything, but it'll backfire on you when you are trying to do applications, because when they do applications, they run your NPI and they're going to look at what your taxonomy is. I have had cases where I had to go correct the person's NPI because I was trying to apply them as a durable medical equipment provider, and they had the NPI taxonomy for speech pathologists, which is not the same. So you do want to make sure it's not something you could just click. They're going to verify it, and you don't want to lead to a denial. Does anybody have any questions about how to do the NPI type 1, or check to see if there are any, if you need to make any changes? All right. Like I said, if you do have any questions, or see right here, I did make a change. So it's putting change request in progress. It'll be processed in about 24 hours, probably less than that. All right. So the new thing for those who need to make an NPI type 2. Oh man, did I cancel out? Didn't mean to do that. Okay, if you need to make an NPI type 2, you need to click apply for an NPI for an organization. So we just did an individual provider. We could do, now we're going to do employee, apply for an NPI for an organization. I will put here that I am an employee of the provider. And it says here, sole proprietor is not eligible for organization. So you do want to make sure for your organization that you do, like, you know, maybe put in your LLC, your corporation or something like that. Well, let me tell you about it. They're saying that because sole proprietors typically do not have an EIN number. Sole proprietors are supposed to only have their social security number. So the only difference with this application is you're only going to put in information about your business. So I'm gonna go through and do the application process again here. So I'm putting in my tax ID number and it's automatically populating because I already done it. Put in your organization legal business name. So basically, what is it that you have on your tax documents? Is the organization a subpart? Your own individual standalone business, so you can click no. If you were, that's when you would need to put in some other information. And then the authorized official for the organization, they still want you to be connected in some type, they have to connect it to an individual provider. So that's why I say you want to have both. Because we can put our business name, I could put Naturally Jacked as my business, but they want to know who runs Naturally Jacked. That's why Naturally Jacked needs to have Jacqueline Boone has an NPI type 1 and her organization has an NPI type 2. And like I say, as y'all start doing applications, you'll see why it's like that. But here I'm able to put that I am the owner here. I'll go next. Oh, they already have a provider for this NPI. Yes, I'm just putting yes so we can keep on, but I'm actually go back and delete it. Remember the same steps. You're gonna put in your business mailing address for where you want to receive mail at, and then you put in your practice location, which will be the same that you put on your last one. All right, I'm gonna skip through it. Endpoint, remember you're gonna skip endpoint. And like I said, that is just saying it's the exchange of information, health information between doctors, nurses, pharmacists. If you had all these people working up under your facility, you would get this information. But yeah, we don't need to deal with all that. All right. But you are not limited to that. You like I say, if you get to that point, definitely go add all of that. The other identifiers, we will skip that too. All right, taxonomy. Now this is the part that I want you to pay attention to. So for a DME provider doing for your facility, you want to put that we are, let me go to our slide. Our taxonomy, you want to choose that our practice type is not a group. And they asked that because like I say, yeah, as you all know, phone down, okay. Okay, great, thank you. So Heather, she's coming back in. All right, but when it comes to the NPI type 2, you want to make sure that you select not a group. Emphasis on please make sure you put not a group, because like I said, these kind of put you under other classifications and it will backfire on you when you're doing your, when you are doing your NPI with other organizations. So the NPI that we are going to do, your taxonomy type for the NPI type 2 is going to be durable medical equipment and supplies. And I even remind you on here, no group. You guys have the replay of this video when we went through the YouTube, when I did the YouTube link shows my explanation of all this as well. But like I said, we go through the same explanation again to make sure that you all have everything specific for you. So we're gonna go back to this application. Now this thing is in my way. All right. So I'm gonna type in, if you're not sure, you don't have the number right in front of you, you can type in durable medical equipment. All right, so when you look, you should be able to search it here. We're just going to do durable medical equipment and medical supplies. You are not limited to just doing cranial prosthesis. As a DME provider, you can do DME equipment for anything that we can get a certification in. So in my last class, we had 2 individuals who did the mastectomy certification. That is one that I'm gonna get as well. It was just a training they had to do, just like you do training for non-surgical hair placement. They did training for mastectomy and bra fitting. So dealing with people with hair loss, you have cancer patients, and some of those cancer patients unfortunately have to lose their breast if they're experiencing breast cancer. So keep your name very general, because you can, like I say, expound. All right. Once you get that taxonomy in there, it should populate at the bottom. And I'll be able to share that mastectomy information with you guys too as we go along. I just don't want to overwhelm you right now. You do want to make sure you put the contact information in as well. And then, yes. And basically they're doing error check. Of course, I have errors because I skipped, but we do not want, I don't want any of that information. But that's all you would need to do, and you'll submit it. It should show up down here at the bottom. As you can see, mine is showing up at the bottom. And if I did it on accident, because maybe I didn't mean to do that, you could just go down here to the end and press, actually want to delete it. Great. Oh, I just deleted something I wasn't supposed to delete. I just deleted my personal one. All right. Thankfully, I do this regularly. On my other one, I'll be able to go back and bring it up because I already have it. But make sure you write down your NPI number, because they're going to ask that all the time. I believe I did my screen do that. All right. So yeah. So you can always delete. If your name changes, you can go back and do any name changes. Matter of fact, let me go show y'all how we can. Yeah, we get short on time. I'm gonna go back and put my NPI back in for myself. I don't know why it's not showing that anyway. Okay, still there. I thought I had deleted it, but yeah. So you want to have 2. Have one for your individual self and one for your facility. So let me go back here. After you get the NPI step out of the way, the rest of the stuff is probably the hardest other thing that you don't just have naturally is your liability insurance. So we do want to make sure that you do have base liability insurance with your company. Companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield will ask that. And remember this W-9, let me go over this form. We got a few minutes. This W-9 form will be presented to you from companies, or you can just have one on file and ready. So I will upload one into the group. And when it comes to the W-9 form, the way you would complete it is you want to put your name as shown on your tax return. If you're doing one for your individual self, because maybe your business is not incorporated yet, you could put Amber McCray. Like for me, I could put Amber McCray, but I would put my social security number. But instead, I'm going to do Healthy Hair Solutions Corp. I kind of need a new one. You have to kind of redo it each year anyway. Healthy Hair Solutions Corp. My business entity name is the same, so I don't even have to do that one. So here, like, let's say if you had to put your individual self, Amber McCray, I could have put Healthy Hair Solutions Corp at the bottom as my business name, because like I said, maybe I don't have it on my tax return yet. I'm an S Corp, but let's say you were not an S Corp. Maybe you're an LLC or individual, any LLC or individuals, you can press this first one here. And just make sure that you put the right appropriate number that you're affiliated with. And for the LLCs that do their taxes as a corporation, you will select here. But that's something you would ask. I do know people ask me this question. I do not know how you do your taxes. So I do want you to get well acquainted with what your tax preparer does. I do have a tax preparer that is a professional at this, that does a very good job. I will also have a time where she could come in and talk to you as well about how you all want to set your businesses up when it comes to this tax time thing. And really just, you know, helping with the budget. Like, we really want you to be able to be a standalone thing. I can show you non-surgical hair placement and how to do insurance all day, but it still comes down to how do you keep your numbers together. So yeah, we want to make sure you have that type of exposure in all areas. All right. And then those are the only forms you have to fill out. That part 1, where you put in your personal information. Oh, and your address. Now my address that's on my tax return is different than my address that is on my, I think we just changed it this year. So I can finally put the right one. put the address that is on your tax return. And the thing that this does with companies is it just makes sure that they, at the end of the year, if you have done any insurance exchanges with them, you can actually, they will actually send you a letter showing the funds that you receive. So just like you get a W-2 form from your job, you get an actual letter from the insurance company with the amount of money they've paid you this year that you can report on your taxes. Okay. And it comes on another form of like a 1099. So yep, and that's all you would need for this. Let me see if I can download it because I need to save it changes. Yeah. Like I say, you do want to do it for each year, so. All right, so that is pretty much the gist of our training today. Like I said, it was kind of light today because I know many of you probably have a lot of this information, but as you can see, next week we will go into how to do those providers. And so y'all want to come with your mind ready and on go. Miss Courtney and I will be working on getting those processes for you. She's already started with some of them because I want to make sure that you all know how to get on with Blue Cross Blue Shield for our state. And we also want to make sure that any other companies you're trying to get on with, go ahead and brainstorm that and start I'm gonna put a post up in the group where you can start putting the companies that you're trying to get with. The biggest way to consider knowing which ones are best for your facility, I just ask my clients what insurance companies they work with. So when you're doing your consultations, you can ask them what type of insurance they have and base it off of that. Because I'm telling you, this insurance, getting into these network providers is a long process, and you don't want to get, I mean, you can be listed with anybody. Like I know for me, I'm listed with people with companies I may not use as frequently, but the benefit for me is I can help other beauty professionals that use it. But for you guys, you're gonna just be doing it for your facility, and do it based off of the clients you have coming in. And with you having your NPIs now, you can actually call and with insurance companies and ask them, hey, does this person, are they eligible for durable medical equipment facilities? Many classes you already have taken probably have already told you how you can call the companies and say, what is the enrollment process? And then also, like I said, you can do patient eligibility, but we're going to actually walk you through those steps. And when you're checking the patient eligibility with those companies, all you will need is your date of birth for that client and their member ID information. And then you need to have your own NPI so you can talk to the insurance companies and they don't think that you're violating this patient's privacy. All right. So I'm going to save this, guys. If you don't have any other questions so far, we will, if you have some questions that come up after this training, just put it in a group. Or like I said, message me, whatever you need to do. But I will have this replay uploaded into the group as well. So all eyes are clear. Everybody good?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay. So y'all let me know if y'all get stuck with that NPI type 2, but the steps are there. I'm gonna just make sure I put it in the group for y'all.
Okay.
All right. And it's also in your book too. I forgot what page. I don't have the book in front of me, but the steps are in the group, is in the book as well. With those taxonomy numbers, that's what you really need. That's in y'all's book too. You should be able to do that.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, y'all have a good rest of your evening and we'll be in touch real soon.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.